Who is black? That conversation is so we can properly identify, again, who is black, hence who is African. You guys are not looking at it properly. You got your emotions involved. I'm speaking solely to the people who are emotional about this conversation. Multiracial is not a bad label. It's not a bad label. When we were a little bit younger and a little bit more fast behind these ladies and stuff like that, and we asked them, what are you? They come over here looking whatever. What are you? It used to be a thing to tell me quarter Indian, quarter French, Jamaican, black, I'm Creole, I'm this. It used to be a whole mathematical equation to explain who a person was. This was us coming up. That was a part of it. Nobody had no issue. That's a long way of saying multiracial. It was accepted then. Today, so-called black person who is high yellow, the hair is straight, all of this type of stuff, and I will say you are not black in favor of multiracial. Now, in either case right there is no disrespect. That is not disrespectful language at all for me to call you a multiracial. And for you to reference yourself that way, and for me to say that, you're really blowing my mind. But I will say that we are not in this to be disrespectful. But I think people need to realize how disrespectful it is to us, to actually put us in the same category. We're not the same. We're not the same. We go through this entire world with the gay community, the black community, the Asian community now, and all of this stuff where we're supposed to be respecting differences. Clearly, when it gets to us, there's always an issue with respecting our difference. What we are. We sit on the melanin thing, we sitting on DNA, we sitting on biologically, we sitting on it being centered. That's what it is. We are more than willing to give you that information. Y'all just too emotional about it. Being multiracial is not a bad thing. But I'm not here to console y'all. I'm here to tell you you're not black. If you're not creating a black family, you're not with a black woman, you know, like I said, in my world, it's pretty clear. You know what it is. These people wanting to be us says something about their mentality too. How do you think it makes me feel to see someone who's like a Colin Kaepernick supposedly fighting for me? Again, I have challenged people. All of these people who are supposedly leading us, they don't look like the victims you're seeing. They don't. You know, we can get into something deeper with George Floyd, but George Floyd does not look like Colin Kaepernick. The people who are going, us who are taking the biggest L's in this, we are highly melanated. We are African people. Like you don't see this with the supposed light-skinned people of our community. You just don't see it, and I think that that's not being talked about enough too. You know, because that goes right into this. You're being attacked because you're the black one. Right. You're the African one. Right. It's not this whole other thing. Even with Obama, I would say with Obama, and again, just with the visual, when you talk about a black man, look at me, and then look at Obama, and you can't see that there's a difference. That's not, when we talk about a black man, when we talk about a black man being president, okay, we're talking about a black man that look like me. We're not talking about an Obama. And you can clearly see the difference between what I look like and what Obama looks like. We have to get involved with that conversation in detail, because here's what happens. You have situations like Rachel Dolezal, who is not black at all, but has a little tan to her, does her hair different, takes on that characteristic. And because we take on everything that supposedly halfway looks black, you got her working for an organization that is historically not for us, but at the same time, she's pandering as a black woman, which is the point. And clearly, she turned out to be a whole white woman. This wasn't even a, you got, your daddy was, you know, your daddy's not even this. You come from you are a white woman who got off as a black woman. That, for the black community, to me, should be a red flag about how we identify what black is, period. Right. So you should not be in your feelings when we had information like this. Even Miss Harris, Kamala Harris, same deal. just to go back to the labels, man, multiracial is not a bad thing, but we do have to split that difference between what and who is black. You know, open yourself up to it, because it's only the truth. If we're going to get peace on the planet, we have to deal with the real, and we have to deal with the truth. And this is just one, you know, category of that. So I would say, you know, keep love in your heart. The idea is peace on the planet, man, but, you know, properly identify yourself, man. You know, that's the ultimate respect, you know, for yourself, is to properly identify yourself too. You know what I mean? Know who you are, know what you're about, and go from there, man. You know what I mean? Just don't lie to yourself.